All right, today we are talking about alcohol. Now, it is okay to drink alcohol when you are tracking and, as you go through this journey. It, of course, is going to have an impact on your sleep and your recovery and your fat loss. But if you're somebody who likes to partake in a drink or two, so be it. There is the need to track, though, your alcohol. So tracking alcohol, is not a macronutrient, right? So it has calories, but we have to allot those calories towards a macronutrient when we have them. And that is why we have to do a little bit of work when it comes to tracking. So there's two schools of thought. One, that you track them as carbs, those calories as carbs. Two, that you track them as fat. Everybody that I've followed, and my take is that we track them as carbs, because if we track 2 or 3 drinks in our fat, then basically we're not going to have any fat. We have a little more leeway when it comes to carbs, especially when we're strength training and working out. And so the calculation goes, so you have to do a little bit of calculation. So it is, you take your total calories of your drink, whatever that is. You can look up a shot of an alcohol, a type of alcohol in MyFitnessPal, and then you're going to divide by 4. And that is going to be how many carbs you're gonna allot to that shot of alcohol, right? So if you're having like a margarita, you're making your own margarita, you're gonna have 2 different entries, right? Because you're gonna have your mix, right? That's just going to be straight ounces and whatever nutrients it has, right, on the back. And then you're going to add in your tequila, right? You're going to measure that out, you're going to look up the calories, and then you're going to divide that by 4, and then you're going to have that entry. I suggest, right, it takes a little bit of work to get this. I suggest that if there's certain drinks that you drink a lot of, to calculate them as a custom entry and save it in your MyFitnessPal. And that way you only have to calculate it once, right? So you would just add in your drinks. Same thing with a beer or wine. So take a beer. A beer has carbs in there because there's other stuff in the drink, right? Besides alcohol. So if you were to look on like the back of a can of whatever, Michelob Light or whatever, it's going to have calories and then it's going to have like 8 grams of carbs or whatever, right? In this instance, it's just easier to calculate the whole thing in carbs. So you're going to take the total calories of whatever you're drinking, divide by 4, and then you're going to replace whatever carbs it says in there with your new carb number, right? It's just easier that way. To recalculate it. So again, if you're drinking anything with alcohol in it, right, if it's not a straight shot, then you're going to take your total calories, divide by 4, and that's going to be your new carb. So you're still going to want a new entry. Now, in MyFitnessPal, now here's what I'll say is that thousands, probably millions of people have done this already in MyFitnessPal. And so if you're looking for certain drinks, there's probably people who've already calculated and created an entry for the way that we're calculating, or I'm telling you to calculate it. Okay, so just do a little work, investigative work, and search in there and find it. I wrote down a couple just standard kind of entries for like a standard glass of wine is 5 ounces, and you're gonna find this in MyFitnessPal. Hey, it's 100 calories, that means it's 25 grams of carbs. I guarantee if you search in MyFitnessPal, you're gonna find that. Hey, standard light beer, 12 ounces is 25 grams of carbs. Regular beer, 12 ounces is 38 grams of carbs. Liquor, 1 shot, okay, 1.5 ounces, which is 100 calories, that's going to be 25 grams of carbs. So you're getting the gist now, right? And after a while, it'll get easier and easier, just like everything we're doing. You're going to be able to figure it out. But you can see, right? I was talking about that today in one of my videos, is that you can see how all of a sudden you're going to be adding up these calories and your carbs are going to go really fast, right? For most of us, we don't, I think especially for women, it's hard for a lot of women to get in their carbs. At least that's what I found once we start tracking it. And so it adds up real quick. A couple glasses of wine, and holy cow, you're not going to be eating a lot of carbs outside of those drinks if you choose to have a few drinks. So, but it's all choices, right? The good thing about this is that it's flexible and it can adjust, and it's not the same every day. So you get to make choices, right? And then live with those choices based on what you feel one day or what you want to do in terms of celebration or going out or whatever. It's all up to you. You're in control of it. So hopefully that helps you guys track, and we'll